Welcome back to my channel. This past weekend, I happened to be at a card show at the Westmoreland Mall. Nice card show. Seemed to be about 100 tables, maybe a few more, maybe a few less. A lot of vintage. It seemed like they're on two tiers of the mall, but let me give a recap as to what I picked up at the mall. And I'll kind of show you some of the cards I got, talk a little bit about it. It was a nice show. A lot of people there were very friendly. Didn't seem to be overly crowded. But it ended up, I ended up spending about $220. And let me show you what I got. I'm going to go in reverse order of the dealers that I stopped at. The last dealer I saw was a guy that was on the downstairs of the mall and came across a few cards. I'll try to tell you what I paid for them. Now, in total, I spent, if you look at what these cards were valued at, I come up with $15 from this last dealer. I ended up, he asked $13, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. First card I got here was a Freddie Freeman rookie card. And I saw this, liked it, turned it over, saw it was $2. And then I saw down and through here, there's a lot of damage down here. And when I was buying the cards, he turned it over and said, "Hey, I want you to see this." I said, "I have this listed as poor. And if you look down below, you can see there's some damage, there's some paper loss down here at the bottom." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine." I did see it. I did notice it. For $2, I thought that wasn't a bad price. I'll end up putting this in a binder. Has a pretty good appeal in the front, pretty well centered. I thought that wasn't too bad of a price, so I told him, "Yeah, no, I still want the card." David Cone, I believe this is David Cone's rookie card, $87. He had $1 listed for that. I thought it was a fair price. Tim Raines, $81. He had $2. Again, I thought that was a fair price. It's in pretty good shape. Corners seemed fairly sharp. $81 was a pretty thin papered card. And I thought this was a fair price. Tim Raines in the Topps update. Now this is a little off center, but he had $5 on it. I thought that was a fair price for it. At some point, I'd like to get Tim Raines to get some ink on this. I know he signs at different things. And he also had this Rich Gossage. Goose Gossage, rookie card. He had listed at $5. I already have this card, but again, this is another card I'd like to get some ink on, and I know he signs at a lot of different events. In fact, he'll be at the Mainline Autograph Show coming up here. Again, not a bad price. So $13 for those cards. The next dealer was also downstairs. And I tried to get some cards I could fill in my PC. Again, I PC the Pirates, and I'm putting together as many of those cards as I can from the 50s, the 60s. I'm pretty good in the 70s and 80s, 90s. I have almost all the team sets, but 50s and 60s, I got some gaps. So I was trying to fill some of those in. I think this one here was $1. And then I'm also looking to upgrade on my 75 set some of the cards. This Bob Gibson looked to be a little bit better shape than the card I have. He had $3 listed for that. Roy White rookie seemed to be in really good shape. $5. I just like this card. It's in great shape. I don't know if it's if I have a better one in my 76 set or not. Great card, well centered. So if I don't, that's fine. It's just one of those neat cards that I don't know that you'll ever see duplicated again. I came across this Bob Skinner rookie first, $4. It's got some issues, a little issue down here in the corner, a little crease. But all in all, not a bad card for a Bob Skinner rookie. 55 Bowman, Frank Thomas. 57 Topps, Lou Burdette. And again, most of these have some condition issues. These ones here were 5. It's a Bobby Thompson. Minnie Minoso, I think this might have been his last card as a player. 63. Another Bobby Thompson. The 1965 Steve Blass rookie card. And he signs at all kinds of different events. Hopefully I can get some ink onto this on his rookie card. It's in pretty good shape. It was 5. I thought that was pretty reasonable. A 1977 Burger King Thurman Munson. Now I have a pretty good collection of Thurman Munson cards, pretty good run. This is a little off-centered on the back especially. But I didn't have the 77, and I've got a really nice collection of Thurman Munson cards. I do have all of the Topps ones, but I don't have some of the unusual things like the Burger King, so hopefully this will kind of fill it in. I think I got the 78, I think I've got the 79, and I'm sure there's some other cards in there, Kellogg's and such. Minnie Minoso, this is a post, 1962 post, and it was in fairly good shape. They're hand cut, so you never kind of get a really good card, but this was in pretty good shape. $3 on that. I got some more cards from him too. Then I came across this Bob Skinner rookie card. It had $6 listed on it, and I took it too. So I have 2 Bob Skinner rookies. This one is significantly better shape than the other one. Now, if you take a look, you can really tell on the back. The back is a little bit, got some browning on the back, and you don't see that on the other one. It was $6, so much better condition card. Jake Tice. And then he had some cards that were $15 each, or 2 for $25. Picked up an early win. A Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker is one of those players I have no cards of, and his fame really came after his playing days, his acting, and particularly in Major League. But this here it's sharp, but very much off-centered right to left, and a little bit off-centered top to bottom. But nice looking card, good appeal, good coloring. And then I got this Curt Flood, 59. I believe that's his rookie card also. Might not be. He might have had a rookie card in a 58 set, but if not, it's his second card. Another nice card to have. And I was sort of stuck at that point because I didn't want to spend $15 on this. I was looking for another card. Went back through, and I ended up with this 64 Willie Stargell, second-year card. Not a bad looking card. It definitely has some issues. There's paper loss. It's got some creases. Corners are dinged up. But when you think about it, I spent $10 for this. Now this will go in my binders that I have for my Pirates from the 50s, 60s, 70s. So it'll do fine in there, just to kind of round out the 64 set. In a second, you'll see why I'm not disappointed. Here's a John Powers, Fred Green, And finally, a 55 Bowman Bob Friend. So with this dealer, I think I had a total of $120. He quoted me $110. I thought that was pretty good, so I took it. So that kind of puts me at $123. $123 so far. I did go to another dealer. I got 5 of these penny sleeves. That was $5. So I'm now at $118. And then these are my last ones. So I got a couple Steelers. They were $1 a piece. Andy Russell, JT Thomas. Got some Penguins. I do kind of keep a binder of Penguins and Steelers. I don't do too much football or hockey. But when I come across these at a card show or here or there, now there's a crease in it, but all in all, not a bad looking card. Penguins team leaders card. Rick Keogh. Jaromir Jagr. I believe that to be a rookie card, maybe a second year card. Anyway, a nice looking card. It was $1. So even if it's not his rookie card, that's still not a bad card for an early Jaromir Jagr career card. Terry Francona. Now this was in the Topps update set. Joe Orsulak. Topps update set. Pete Rose. I'm not sure if I even have this card. I think this to be Pete Rose's last card as a player. Card number 1. Willie McCovey. Pretty good shape. I'll be working on putting my 79 set together here at some point, maybe over the summer. I think I've got them all. I just have to put them together. And I'm just kind of looking as I'm out, and if I can see a superstar or Hall of Famer that's in really good shape. This is pretty good shape. Corners are sharp. The centering's pretty good. I'm going to pick them up just to try to make sure I get a pretty decent set. Tim Wakefield, rated rookie card. I always kind of like Tim Wakefield. Knuckleballer. Played a long time. Those knuckleballers can go forever. Another Willie Stargell, just like this card. Just the design. Very 1960s, 1970s-ish looking design. So I was happy to come across this. Randy Johnson rookie. Neil Heaton, gold card. I've acquired a couple gold cards from a couple shows I've been at recently. Hopefully if I'm out and maybe he's signing, I can get some ink on this. That would be that would look good with the gold card, I think. 75 Lou Brock, listed for $1. I looking to kind of upgrade some of my condition cards on my 75 set. This one here I don't think was in great shape, the one that I have, so hopefully this one here will upgrade that a little bit. Now, one of the players I PC is Fred Clark. Fred Clark was a player and manager for the Pirates back in the turn of the century, and I came across this. Now, this is from 1950, and I think they were issued by the Hall of Fame. It's a nice little set. The cards are pretty small, but this will go nicely with my PC of Fred Clark. And at some point here, I think maybe I'll pull it out and show you what I've got. I got some, I believe a T206, maybe a T205, maybe a couple other cards from his playing days of Fred Clark. Hall of Famer for the Pirates. And he had listed $10 on that. This one right here, this was a Lloyd Wayner S&S game card. So I've seen a few of these at different times. Most of them, when they're graded, are graded pretty high. This one here looks very good. In fact, anything you see on here is because of the penny sleeve that it's in, or the card, the plastic card holder I've got it in. This thing, when I took it out and took a look at it, is in nice shape. This, in fact, may be one of those cards that at some point down the road I'd like to get graded. I think it's at least a 7, maybe an 8. He had listed 35 on this. Thought that was a very fair price. I've seen them go for around 50 bucks in like a PSA 8, PSA 7. And the last card I got, I was looking, and this was the first dealer, so I was looking for a 63 or 64 Stargell. I ended up with a 64 Stargell here. He had this listed at $60. It was graded by SGC recently, 3.5. But when you take a look at it, those corners are super sharp. However, it is off-centered right to left. And you can kind of really tell that on the back where the off-centering is, especially down in here. But it ended up being a good-looking card. I don't know if how it looks on camera here, but when I was looking at it, it was spectacular. All in all, I spent $120 at this dealer. He quoted me a price of $100, good price. So I ended up spending $100 there, $118 at the downstairs part of the show. So that was $218. And this is kind of what I got. As you take a look at the video, please feel free to comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I did pretty good. A lot of these will just go into my PC. I'll just kind of round out some of the collections that I have. I'm trying to kind of put together my 50s and 60s team sets for the Pirates. So you see a lot of cards in that I got for that. I got a few Steelers, couple Steeler cards, couple hockey cards. As I started looking upstairs through that dealer, there was a number of cards I wanted to add in. So one of the things too is later on down the road, I intend on doing another video on game cards, cards that are used to play baseball games. Going all the way back into, I think this might be the oldest one I got. I might have one that might be older, but used as a way to play a baseball board game, basically. And I'm going to show you what I have and kind of explain that a little bit, but I'm going to leave that for a separate video. But this is what I saw at the Westmoreland Mall. It's a card show. As far as malls go, that seems to be a thriving mall. A lot of stores, a lot of people there. The card show was a nice little addition there. As you walk through and saw a lot of dealers, there was a lot of newer cards. I was mostly focusing on vintage. There was a lot of wax. A lot of dealers had wax there. I thought the prices were pretty good. And it seemed like they were doing a pretty good job. As I was talking to some of the dealers, they seemed to think that, seemed to say that they've had a pretty good couple of days so far. That show did end on Sunday. I was there on a Saturday, and I was there sort of towards the evening. Well, I didn't get there till after 4 o'clock. Nice thing about that show was they were running that into probably 8 o'clock at night, because we left after 7 o'clock, probably a quarter after 7 when I ended up leaving. So nice show. So next time it comes back, if you're in the Western Pennsylvania area, you might want to stop in and take a look at that card show. It's done pretty well. The promoters seem to do a nice job with it. A lot of tables, a lot of dealers. Dealers were very friendly. And thank you for sticking with me till the very end. If you're a subscriber, again, double thanks. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please give me your comments on what you think. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. Help me grow my channel a little bit here.